Hi, it's Kevin Grady with another Bible review for the Gospel According to Music. This one looks like a classic Bible, something that you would have thought that had been done and was in a museum. This is actually the CSB Adorned Bible, featuring the illustrations by, now I'm probably going to screw this name up, but I'm going to say it anyway, Gustave Dore. This guy is famous for his line drawings, and you'll see what I'm talking about when we get in. This was sent to me by Holman for an honest review. It is a hardback Bible in a slip case. As you can see, there's a slip case. We're going to go to the back here and zoom in and take a look at the features. Basically, you've got more than 200 high-quality magnified line art illustrations. You have single column setting with wide margins and elegant gold design accents, black letter text with gold type and scripture associated with each of his illustrations. There's also the drop caps to begin each book, and we've got bold chapter numbers for easy reference. It is Smythe sewn, and it's 10-point font. Topical subheadings, footnotes are at the bottom, concordance and presentation page. Now, I do know that this comes in a few different covers, none of them in a genuine leather or in a handcrafted, which I was kind of surprised. But basically, we're going to take a look at this. As you can see, one of his line arts right here on front of the cover. Now I'm going to zoom in. Do you see the lines? This is what this man has done. Unbelievable graphics. Now, I don't know how he did it. Probably did on a huge piece of canvas, but we'll take a look at the spine. As you can see, it's got that kind of old classic book design to it. The Adorned Bible, that's great design here. Christian Standard Bible, and of course it's Holman. It is gold gilding, and it has three silk ribbons. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Again, this is hardback, and it has the kind of designing liner paper that you would find in some of the classic books. This kind of reminds me of the books that they do, the classics like Dickens and Homer and Oliver Twist and Tom Sawyer and all of those great classics literatures. This is done the same way. Now, the only time I ever saw this guy's drawings was in a Bible, in the King James Bible, done by Barnes & Noble. And it was in hardback with leather bound, and it was King James, and it had a whole lot more drawings, and it's a much bigger Bible. This, of course, is one for you to carry around if you want to. As you can see, it has kind of a gold color to the paper here on the print. And then there's your black information. You come over here, you'll see that this is a new design Bible. They actually printed it and copyrighted it in 2021. They actually, CSB was created in 2017, and the text is a 2020 updated text. Denmark did the design for the fonts, and as you see, it's black leather touch, the coal cloth over board, which is what I've got, and the forest cloth over board, and the gold leather touch printed in China. This is the first printing, or as you could actually say first edition, and it was done in 2022. Here's your books and Bibles and the contents. Here are all the illustrations, and I'm gonna zoom out here. 2 pages of all of the different graphics that are in here. Actually, it's got 4 pages of all the graphics. Pages are a little bit hard to turn. There's some more here, and then you come down here, the vignettes. there are some references and stuff there. Pages are not easy to turn. Then the information page on the CSB and how they did the translation. Now I'm going to zoom in here and see the heading there. It's got that gold heading to it. I'm going to tell you right now, that is hard to read. Of course, at my age, maybe it's that, but I do find it difficult to read it. It's actually darker through the camera than it is in regular light here in the studio of the station. Then we get into the Old Testament. And here is that drop cap that they've got here for in the beginning. As you can see, single column with side reference. The paper is 36 GSM. The reason why it's so thick with paper is because of these line drawings. If they did it in a lighter paper, it would have just bled through really bad. But as you can see, this is just amazing artwork. Here's chapter 2. The angel now guarding the garden from Adam and Eve because of their sin. Adam and Eve leaving the garden. Now, I'm going to come in here. This is where the color goes from the black to the gold. As you can see, it's a little difficult to read. I don't know if I would have done that, but again, this is just my personal opinion. Some people will read it just fine and have no problem with it, but it is a little bit of a problem for me. Here are those notes down here. Now let's go ahead and go over to, I want to get one of these ribbons. It is silk on both sides, and it's a nice length. This is just the right kind of length to have a Bible ribbon. It's a little on the thin side as far as the narrowness of it. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, the gold band also at the headband. So we're going to go ahead and go to the New Testament. Your headings of what chapters you're in are down at the very bottom, not at the top. So if you were to look at the top going, where am I? Go look at the bottom. Okay, now we're getting into the New Testament. And as you can see here, I'm zooming in again. That gold is a little on the hard side to read. But again, it's probably because of my age. Here's Jesus healing the young girl who had passed away, and he said, of course, to the crowd, she's only sleeping. The woman at the well. And I will tell you right now, the camera is showing the colors a little bit darker. The paper is kind of a cream color. You kind of see white on the camera, but it's actually a cream color. And this is much darker here on the camera than it is actually when you're looking at it. We'll go ahead and go to the back. And it goes straight into a concordance. And I don't know if it's got maps or not. No, it does not. And again, there's that classic liner paper. And that's what the back looks like. Somebody asked me, is this ever coming out in leather or the handcrafted leather? And They have not told me that, so I have no idea. But you might want to contact Holman and ask them if they'll ever do that, or you may be looking at a possibility for rebind. Actually, I kind of like it in a hardback, and I'll tell you why. It's got that classic literature book feel to it, so I'm a fan of that. So once again, thanks for joining me. This is the CSB Adorned Bible, and again, this was sent to me for an honest review. I like it a lot, but it's kind of hard to read with that gold print. Again, probably because of my age, but there you go. Thanks again for joining me, and be sure to click the like button and also click on the bell for notifications when new reviews come up. And of course, check out the radio station, classic CCM music from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. This is the Gospel According to Music. Thanks, and God bless.